ESPN Radio is presented by Progressive Insurance.
Listen, I could take calls for hours on the LeBron is weak, but would any guy say this to his face? He's 6'9", 270 with no body fat. The reality is most people listening aren't elite athletes, but I know some elite cyclists and my ex-wife's an elite, like domestically elite, triathlete for her age group. Cramping is a huge part of it. And, also remember is football players and hockey guys sometimes play hurt, but a baseball pitcher never pitches hurt because you don't want to mess with ligaments. But it's a different ball game. And there's the bottom line, people who don't understand cramping, those who don't get it, don't get it. You can't explain cramping to people that don't cramp. You can't play through it. Cramp is you could literally play through. People have played through broken legs. People have played through bone fractures. You can't play through cramping. Your body involuntarily cramps up. You can't do anything with it. There's nothing. It's not a toughness thing. You can't do anything. But some people don't get any cramps. Some people do not get cramps. I got one yesterday. I get them all the time. They're awful. And by the way, I've come to work with 102-degree temperature. I can't move with a cramp. I can't physically move. I've cried with a cramp. But it doesn't, by the way. So people think, well, broken leg is worse than a cramp. You can play with all sorts of fractures. Guys in the NFL play with hip pointers, fractures. Nobody in the NFL plays with a cramp. You have to stop play. Chris, you're in the herd. Go ahead.
Colin, how could you possibly defend LeBron on this? Last year in the Stanley Cup Finals, Patrice Bergeron played with a punctured lung and 3 broken ribs.
Stop. It's right here. Be factual. Be factual. After Game 6, he punctured the lung. Hockey guy who wants to say all tough white guys can play through pain. False.
It's not a white-black thing.
He punctured it after the game. And by the way, punctured lungs heal often on their own. They often heal on their own. You can play through a punctured lung. You can dull the pain. It's pain. All it is, a punctured lung, most are pain. You can dull the pain and play through it. You cannot play through cramps. You can't. You can't play through a cramp. You cannot. Chris, you ever had one? You can't play through them. You can't sleep. You can't eat. You can't do anything, Chris.
LeBron James he's soft.
Yeah, Chris, he's soft. That's hockey guy. A tough hockey guy, punctured lung. There's all varying degrees of punctured lungs. A lot of punctured lungs heal by themselves. It is a pain, and you can dull it. Now, not all heal by themselves, but that's that Patrick Bergeron myth that he was playing through a severe punctured lung. Patrice Bergeron. That's a myth. It's a great hockey story. Go to your Twitter myth board and make him into Paul Bunyan. Give me a break. God, if you have to hear hockey guys play with, nobody plays with a severe punctured lung, especially with the intense cardio of hockey. I mean, God. Let's go to the LCD line. Mark, you're the next one. Go ahead.
Yeah, hi, Colin. Love your show. Hey, I've been a paramedic for a long time, and whenever I've had patients that have cramps, which is a sign of dehydration, I just give them a liter of fluid IV, and they're fine in about 10 or 15 minutes.
Are they in a 97-degree, 6'9", 2% body fat, 270, guarding Kawhi Leonard and Tim Duncan in a 97-degree arena in the NBA Finals?
You're right, it's hot.
Yeah, they work at hot dog on a stick. You get a fat guy who works on hot dog and a stick. You get a guy that's working the drive-through who gets a cramp. So you sit him down while more Dotsons go through the drive-through. He's not guarding Tim Duncan and Kawhi Leonard. Do we have clown music for my callers today? It's just incredible. All right, here's another surgeon. Here, Tyler, go ahead. Tyler MD, go ahead. Cramping's no big deal. Go ahead, Tyler.
Thanks, Colin. Hey, love the show. First-time caller, everyday listener. I just wanted to say I'm going to take a different approach. LeBron's not soft. That's absolutely ridiculous. But it's Brian Windhorst's foot. He's a cramper. This is a thing. And as you said in your opening rant, I mean, you get cramps a lot because it's hot where you work out. You drink a lot of caffeine.
And I can't stop it. I can't stop. I do everything. I eat about 4. No, it doesn't matter. Tyler, it's hereditary. You can't do anything, Tyler. You're living in the myth world of you can't control. You guys just don't get them. I eat 4 to 7 bananas in 2-day stretches. I drink water. Do I have coffees? Yeah. LeBron's probably not drinking at Starbucks or Pete's 5 minutes before tip-off. This is literally what I'm getting today.
I mean, I get Charlie horses in my legs at night, but I feel like if LeBron, he didn't know it was going to be 97 degrees, so I do give him a little bit of credit there.
A little, yeah. And he's asked, by the way, to lead his team in every statistical category. The Spurs have 7 guys leading 9 categories. He leads in all. I mean, seriously, this is what I'm arguing cramping with guys. I work in a desk, a cubicle, and I got a cramp once, and I tell you what, I just rubbed it out. That was great. And then I went back to selling insurance. You're not guarding Kawhi Leonard in a 98-degree. I mean, seriously. I'm asking my guys to get me all the calls who are making fun of cramping. So, okay, Mike MD, you go ahead.
Yeah, it's funny. Actually, I don't care about the cramping. It's tough to play through it. I was an athlete. It's very tough. But with LeBron James, when you start to look at the greatest of all time, maybe it's bad luck, bad timing, whatever the case is, this is a prime example why you can never compare him to a Michael Jordan. Now, it's cramping, it's hereditary, whatever the case is, but it's one of those situations. You just cannot compare.
By the way, Jordan's not as good as Bill Russell.
Says who?
He's got twice as many titles. No, I mean, he's got twice as many titles.
So what do the titles have to do with...
What do the titles have to do with Jordan and LeBron? LeBron's bigger, stronger, faster, better passer, better rebounder.
What does faster have to do with anything? I'm bigger, better looking than you. It doesn't mean I'm a better person than you. It's just how it goes.
We're talking about basketball players, man.
It has nothing to do with it, though, Colin. The championships. In basketball, we use championships as the barometer of basketball.
And Bill Russell has 11. I'm not going to hold on for Mike in Jersey. No, it's my show, not Mike and Jersey's show. Bill Russell's got 11. He must be better than Jordan. You just said it. Players, we all use titles to define players. Bill Russell's got 11. Jordan's got 6. Sorry, he's better than, right? Barkley's got none. Dickie Simpkins has 3, so he must be better. This is all about, you know what it's about, folks? It's about the MJ LeBron thing. It's welcome to Barnum and Bailey. He should be able to handle it. This is why he'll never beat Cramps, or why he'll never be as good. What was the other MD we had here? Let's see. What was the first guy? Just drink a glass of water. A hockey guy played with a severed head. In the NHL, guys play with a severed head and no feet. There's a hockey guy out there. His name is Headless Pierre Garçon. And he plays with one arm, no left foot, no skates, hobbles, and he has no mouth. Nobody can figure out how he can breathe, but he's great. Spurs winning game 1 over the Heat. Who cleaned up? Brought to you by One Wipe Charlie's, the wipe for men exclusively available to Dollar Shave Club members. Colin, why don't you let your callers talk? Because when they do, it's embarrassing, mostly. Thank you for asking. For the record, I didn't think San Antonio played well. I think they're going to win it in 5. I thought they had a horrible third quarter. They had 23 turnovers. Kawhi Leonard was invisible. They had no offensive rebounds. And they won by 15. I think San Antonio is going to blow them out in the series. I think they absolutely are. 1-888-SAY-ESPN, the Herd on ESPN Radio.